That one's the Ronnie, but my version of it. Right, we're gonna continue with this, so I'll pause you for a sec. Right then, guys. So another rig that I wanted to get back at and talk to you a little bit more about is this one. Now, I did really well on this towards the from round about August onwards. I did fairly well on this one, and it was a rig that I kind of kept to myself, to be honest with you, for a while. But since then, I've seen that a few anglers have started coming out, and they've done their own variations on it. Now, it's a really nice rig, and if you would like to see me tie it again, then just put a link, just put a notification in comment box, and I'll find you the link to when I tied it. But it is in my YouTube channel somewhere, so it's in there somewhere. It's a I'll tell you what else, I'll just give you a quick look at this. This is the new luggage I've just bought. Now, I really don't like it, to be honest with you. I didn't like it at the beginning, but I really am getting to like it. It's the new one from Witchwood, and it's spot on. It's got all these separate, and they all go on it in that kind of fashion. Now, it ain't cheap, but it's definitely a really nice. Really nice. I really don't like it. I didn't like it when I went fishing with it on Saturday. I didn't like it, but I think that was solely to do with me. I was so used of my other one that I kind of didn't like it, because I was used to wear everything wearing my other one. But back to this one, right then. So this is the multi chod rig. Now, the multi, because of the simple reason of you slide the hook over, you take the baiting spike off, and your hook's off. It's as simple as that, guys. And that's all you left. But you can this will reuse over and over. In fact, I think I've had about 3 or 4 fish on this. So that's what it looks like. And over time, after playing fish, if you can just make out that little hook in the end of it there, you get that. After you've played a few fish on it, you will find that you get that on it. The majority of the time, you will get that on it. It kind of does that on its own after a while. So all you're doing is you're going back through the you're going back through the eye of the hook. Pause you a second. Right, guys, so I'm pausing you there because it just saves time when I'm uploading on YouTube. It doesn't take that long. It took 2 seconds to do that then. So you just go back through it like you would a multi-rig, and then on with your baiting spike, or just preferably, I mean, I did these for a runs water what I was fishing, and in a normal situation, I will be honest with you, I would rather use just an O-ring and tie my baits on. But when you're fishing at a water that's got some nice fishing up to about 29 pound, but there's a lot of them, not of that size, but there's a lot of fish in there. It's and you sometimes all 3 rods go at the same time as well. It's you're better off just having something you can get a bait on fast with, otherwise it costs you fishing in the long run. So then you go back to that knife. If you ain't tried this, I would definitely 100% give it a go, because when I very first thought of it, I didn't know. It took me a while to post it on YouTube and onto my Facebook page, to be honest with you, because I thought, is it gonna work? What's it gonna be like? And you know what I mean. Facebook's a nightmare for getting the you seem to get a lot of comments off kids that seem to go fishing once a year, but they know everything. I mean, I was getting comments over there about bait off a kid, and he'd not a clue about bait. He didn't even know what fucking high nutritional value base, where a big difference between them and shelf life to plonker. Right, the loop in the bottom there, you see that big loop? You want that loop fairly bigger than when you would normally have it on an hinge rig. I just really do like that play in it. Now that amount of putter, it is a little overweighted. Now I do like it slightly overweighted, especially again when you're fishing waters that are full of carp, because if not, you get 7 or 8 fish coming, tails all over, pecks are going, and you sometimes will result in, if it's underweighted, you will result in a foul hook fish. It's the last thing I want to be doing. I don't want to be hooking them in parts of the body. You just shouldn't be hooked. It's unfair and it's cruel. So even though hooking them in the mouth, like, you know what I mean, they reckon they've got nerves in the mouth, but I still think they feel it, and I do feel bad about it sometimes, to be honest with you. Nah, just you've got to make sure that you're not a perfect. Don't worry about what it looks like either. It doesn't really matter. But the most important thing is, again, is making sure that runs perfectly parallel to the hook. Again, it has to run perfectly straight with that hook. Now the curve section in it, you can have it as curved as you like, or not, or just a slight curve. I'm not a great fan in having it too curved, but I tell you what, it kind of curls. It does kind of curve better in this shape. It really does curve better. It's because you've got them 2 double strands at the top where you form the multi style. It really does fish well. Now I fish this as a naked, either a naked or on lead core, and honestly it is absolutely deadly. It's the hook holes have been unbelievable. There's a photo one on my page, and no matter where, it always seems to get them in that bottom lip. Always gets them in the bottom lip, and it ain't coming out. It just does not come out. It's very little pressure on, you know what I mean, very little pressure, no pressure whatsoever, and it always seems to get a fair bit of pressure on it, and it goes nowhere. It's absolutely solid, honestly. Now I love the way that over time as well naturally gets that little that in it. Really, really nice. I love that. So it's just another rig for you to try, but it's a really nice rig, and it's definitely worth a go. Just make sure that them hooks are razor sharp, which have sharpened all these, and I'm pretty sure that it will put more fish on the bank for you. So there you go, guys. That's just me trying to waste time because I'm in the house. I fucking tested positive, so me trying to pass time on, mate. Right, check you later, guys.